What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again. And look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you with John. I'm sorry I left you with John. I'm sorry I left you with Frankie, and I'm just all round sorry. No, all jokes aside, guys.
Very round.
No, all jokes aside, guys, they did a wonderful, wonderful job. I couldn't be any more prouder than John. And also Frankie, Frankie's, what, 10 years old? Is he 11 years old, 12 years old? I never remember what it is. He's 6 years old. And he's done brilliant. He's made his own little Everton channel, which is marvellous. So the link will be in the description below. Because I can't remember the name of it. John, do you remember the name of it?
Toffee something, but we'll put it in the thing. I did put it on it. Right.
Yeah,
the Toffee Joe.
The Toffee Joe. So make sure you go and subscribe and support him as well, because that'd be really, really nice to us. But yes, I am back, guys, and I have missed you. I obviously watched the game from Prague, and I do remember the game as well, which is impressive for a stag do in Prague. But yeah. I'm not going to talk about the game, but it was nice to get 3 points. It's nice to start the season finally. And we go into another home game against a very tough side, a Newcastle team that put in a really good performance against Manchester City. A Newcastle side which are absolutely in love with Anthony Gordon, by the way. I mean, I've never known a fan base take to, not one of their own as much as they have taken to him. They absolutely adore him up there. I suppose it's a bit like Richarlison and us, really. But, yeah, it's a tough game, John, yeah?
Listen, it was nice to go into this game with our first 3 points of the season on board. I do need to apologise. On the video last week, I said Newcastle were unbeaten. Someone put me right. They did get beat by Fulham the week before 3-0. And listen, they played against AFC Wimbledon the other night in a rearranged cup game. And, it took a penalty from Fabian Schär to win the game for them. And Eddie Howe wasn't happy with them. So they are beatable. They are beatable. Now, whether it's Everton who can beat them, I don't know. Because we had a game of two halves again yesterday, last week at Goodison. So we need consistency, and me and Frankie spoke about that. If we play to the strengths that we know we can, and we have done, then we will give them a game, because they are beatable. As I say, Fulham beat them 3-0. They struggled against Wimbledon. I know there was changes. But I'm more confident going into this game now with the 3 points on the board than what I would have been if we struggled last week, because they are a good team, as you quite rightly say. They've got good players all over the pitch. Good thing for Everton is Isak's out injured, but as you say, they've still got the lad who they signed from. Also, don't like even mentioning his name. They've got Almer on. They've got Dewsbury Hall, I think. Is it not Dewsbury Hall? Is it Dewsbury Hall?
No, it's at Chelsea. It's Harvey Barnes you're on about.
Harvey Barnes. So I knew it was a double-barreled name, Harvey Barnes. And he's playing well lately. So listen, they've got quality all over the pitch.
I knew it was a double-barrel middle name.
Double-barreled name, Harvey Barnes. Like Dewsbury Hall?
No, it's not a double-barrel name.
It's not a double-barreled name, but when you watch the commentary, they don't go, it's Hall or it's Barnes. They call them by two names. That's what I meant, two names. Anyway, that's by the by.
I've missed you so much.
Right. But yeah,
what's Calvert-Lewin? A three-barrel name. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
What I meant, and everyone else meant. Listen, don't start acting all Billy Big Bollocks because you've been to Prague and got walloped by some fella, right? Yeah, so listen, it is a tough game, but with the 3 points on the board that we got last week, I do take a bit more confidence in it. But listen, we are going to have to play well to get something out the game. I actually think it's a 1-1 draw. I'll give you my prediction now. I don't know what Fathead thinks.
Well, that's just wrong, isn't it? You've skipped the video. You've done 2 videos on your own, and you've started changing the way we do these and everything. It's a joke, John. What are you doing?
No, I'm just giving you my score prediction now because I think it will be 1-1. I think Everton gets something.
Well, I'm going to tell you the day that you die or next time I see you. Yeah. No, I'm joking. Well, all jokes aside, I think Everton win this game 2-0. I think the second half performance was, I thought it was good. It showed character. I think Dwight McNeil is playing the best he's played for Everton since we've signed him. He's coming onto the ball. He can beat people. He's running with pace. He's popping shots off. I'm really happy with Dwight McNeil at the minute. He's undroppable.
He looks more comfortable in that position that he's playing now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He does look more comfortable, and he also looks more threatening. You know, because he can. Yeah, he's got a bit of everything. Plus, he's got that left foot where he can hit it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the position that he's found himself in. I'm obviously happy with Njai. I think he's an absolute blockbuster player. I really do. I would love him to score a few more goals. I'm not saying he's not capable, by the way, but and the way that he's been playing has basically been that every player runs towards him because they want to stop his threat, which is leaving space for, Dwight McNeil or Calvert-Lewin. He's causing right problems. I even thought, the goal that we scored against Crystal Palace, the first goal, the Dwight McNeil equaliser, where Jack Harrison takes that ball down on the turn, was an absolutely... it was the second goal. He takes the ball down on the turn and whips in a stunning cross. That's the Jack Harrison that we've all wanted to see. So
we don't see enough of that, do we? But we know he's capable of it.
We don't, John. But do you know what? Is it the fact now that there is a challenge? There is a Lindstrom sitting behind the scenes. There is a player that, Njai knows that McNeil could just go back on the left and they bring in a number 10. They bring in
it's competition with decent players now.
Mm. Yeah,
I think I need to see more from Lindstrom, to be fair, to turn around and say Jack Harrison's playing better because he knows he's got a threat. Because I'm yet to see. I think he had an half decent half against Leicester, Lindstrom, but then last week I think he struggled.
So we'll see. The bit that's concerning me is this midfield. Actually, he obviously addressed the centre half pairing. Branthwaite comes straight back into the team. I'm still of the opinion that it's been really harsh on O'Brien, and he probably should have started the first 5 games over either Tarkowski or Michael Keane. But Branthwaite come back into the team, and we did look a little bit better. The goal we conceded was a joke, so we can't be doing that against Newcastle, who are a better team. But the bit that concerns me is that midfield pairing, because I think Mangala has been fantastic, and actually we were told he was going to be fantastic. But it's who played next to him, and that's the bit that worries me. For me, Garner's 35. I love Garner. I absolutely love him. I always have. I always will. He literally gives his all for Everton. But he's 35. You've got the core, who you were absolutely right on your match reaction, John, and your debrief. Can't pass. He literally can't pass. He can do everything other than pass, which is such an intrinsic part for that position. I just don't see how he can keep starting him there. So then you've got Tim, who, in my opinion, is the one I would prefer to start there. But you do also have a player with legs, the ability to pass, and can carry it forward in James Garner, who I know Everton fans have got a different opinion about Garner. I know it's very split. Me and you, I think, are very split on James Garner. But I really rate him. I really, really rate him. I think there's a player in there, and I know you don't rate him as highly as I do, but I'm just interested to see what he does with that midfield. For me, the pairing should be Mangala and Tim. That should be the pairing for me. But I don't think Decore should be playing in front of James Garner, which is what I'm trying to say.
I said on the match preview last week, we spoke about this and we agreed on it, that Tim can do everything that Decore does and more. So I did say in the match preview for the Crystal Palace game that I'd have no problem starting Tim and Mangala together. Now, listen, I know we've got different opinion on James Garner, but James Garner's not one of them players where I go, I don't want him anywhere near the team. Do not start him over certain players. I have no problem if James Garner starts. So I don't rate him that lowly that I don't think he should be starting. I just don't rate him as high as you. But if he does have to start or he brings him in, I have no problem with it. I just think I'd like to see more from James Garner. Obviously, people are seeing different stuff that I don't see. But again, totally agree. If any of them should come out the team, it should be Decore. But again, he favours them for some peculiar reason.
The other thing is, I don't think it was asked today, but it's come out subsequently that Branthwaite may have picked up an injury to his quadricep in training today, a minor injury. Now, we're 2 days from playing, and an injury to your quad can take a bit of a while to sort of adjust to. It can be a sort of a dead leg. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm a touch worried now that he's not going to play on Saturday.
Well, I think even if he is nearly fit, I don't think he rushes him back, obviously, because he's been out for so long. And as you quite rightly say, it could be just a dead leg, and he can run that off. He might get a day training tomorrow, or he might see how he is Saturday morning. But if he's not fit, then I wouldn't, rush him back. He's missed 6 months. So you can't rush a player back who's been out for 6 months. Do you know what I mean?
But he's missed 6 months.
Is it 6 months Branthwaite was out for?
No, it's not 48 weeks.
All right, okay. Might be 6 games.
No, it's Patterson. It's Patterson that was out for 6 months.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll carry the channel, John. Don't worry.
I'm tired tonight. But listen, if he doesn't make it, then it looks like it's back to Keane and Tarkowski, which we all know what happens there. Maybe he might bring Jake O'Brien in and drop one of the others. I don't know. But what I will say is, as you quite rightly pointed out before, since Branthwaite come back in last week, it was a stupid goal to concede, and it did remind us of goals we've conceded this season. But we did look a lot, well, I wouldn't say a lot more, but we looked more solid, didn't we? We looked more like watertight, if you know what I mean. But then again, we might have to go this week back to Keane and Tarkowski, which doesn't fill me with confidence against Newcastle. The double-barreled harm.
Oh, dear God. Right, my team. Pickford. Mikalenko. Tarkowski and Branthwaite, if fit. And Ashley Young at right back. Ashley Young, by the way, of late, he's been good. Yeah, he's been good. Yeah. 2 centre midfielder, I go Mangala and Tim. And the front 4, I go Calvert-Lewin right up top. I need a better game from Lewin again, if I'm being honest. No. And then the 3 across the middle, NGI, Dwight McNeil, and Jack Harrison starts this game for me. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be roughly the same team you've got in your head.
Yeah, it is. It is. Apart from, the centre-half position, we can put anyone there if Branthwaite's not fit, couldn't we? I expect us to get a game from Calvert-Lewin this week, because obviously he was going to move to Newcastle and the wages he was asking were astronomical. So basically, I think that's why the deal fell through. I actually think you see a performance from Calvert-Lewin this week. I think he puts himself about. I think he'll do a lot more running because it's against these. I really do.
Yeah. I think that's about it. We was going to do a video the other day about the Friedkin group and some of the stuff that's flying around, but I think essentially it's exciting, and it could be another video for another day. So we'll probably do that maybe tomorrow or maybe next week or something. But yeah, it does look good. I just think we need to keep winning, John. We need to keep winning. I watched the Aston Villa game last night against Bayern Munich, and You know, that 6 years ago, they were playing in the Championship. They were actually drawing with Bolton, I think it was, in the Championship 6 years ago. And now they're playing and beating Bayern Munich. And by the way, for any Villa fans that watch this, they were fantastic. Like, I'm not digging them out. They were fantastic. It was a great game. But it would be nice for Everton to have that, that excitement, that plan, a man to come in and build us from the bottom up, because we are at the bottom. You know, this is Everton at the bottom, isn't it, really? You know, we've shown that we are unsinkable. So now we just need to progress back up that table. And in 3 or 4 years, we need to win the lot. And that's fine, because we will. I'm confident we're going to win the lot. I can see Tony Hibbett coming out of retirement and coaching the under-23s as well. Yeah. And it's just really, really exciting. Up the toughies, that's what I say, John. Don't you agree?
Do you know what? Villa are a perfect example, as you quite rightly pointed out. 6 years ago, we were ahead of them in where we were. Villa have just come along and overtook us. Newcastle have come along and overtook us. You know, and Everton have stood still. And we did do a video on this a while back. We need someone to come in to run the club properly, like Aston Villa ended up with. We need a top manager. They brought Unai Emery in, who's absolutely fantastic in Europe, by the way. Gets it right most times. You've seen it with the performance last night. His game plan against Bayern Munich was spot on. So listen, if Dan Freakin does come through the door, we spoke about the building blocks. It won't be a quick fix, but he needs to bring the right people in, like Aston Villa did, down to the board, down to the manager, down to recruitment. Your director of football's got to be better. They've got to have more money to spend. And that's what Aston Villa have done within the last 6 years. That's what Everton need to aspire to be. Push on, get the takeover done. And as you quite rightly say, start moving forward. As I said, it won't be a quick fix. It won't be overnight, but it wasn't with Aston Villa. They've progressed, and that's what we want to see with this club when the takeover goes through.
Well, right. I will leave you to your evening. Leave it at that.
All done and dusted. See you back.
And dusted. Up the toffees. Keep smiling. Let's go. Peace.